Honestly, at this point, my goal for the end of the series is just that Artid and Sun are remotely nice to each other. Maybe even share a genuine smile. With that, I think that that's a realistic thing to wish for at this point. Happy Even Sunday! It is Wednesday. It's really late. It's about 11 p.m. I was holding out hope that YouTube would get sorted. The studio Wabi Sabi have not uploaded episode 5 onto YouTube. They've had processing issues or something, and it was meant to be uploaded 9 hours ago, and I have been waiting that entire time hoping that they would get it uploaded, and they haven't. So I have now given up. I wasn't going to watch it tonight. I wasn't going to find an alternative place to watch it. I was just going to wait until tomorrow and see if they got it sorted on YouTube. But a couple of people have commented saying that they've confirmed they're not uploading it to YouTube at all and that it can be found in other places. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But I didn't want to wait until tomorrow just to find out that I would have to watch it somewhere else anyway. One of the other reasons why I didn't really want to wait a day is because I follow Boone on Instagram now, and he uploaded this picture for episode 5. This is gonna happen at some point this episode. I'm so excited. I have to watch it. I could not delay any longer. That's such a cute picture. I have noticed that people have been talking about this on some of the subreddits that I'm a part of and on Facebook, and it's not actually being that well received. People are hating on it a fair bit and saying that it's badly written. The pairings that they like aren't getting enough screen time. There's honestly, they were just listing all the problems with it. They think that Sun's character has nothing of value to say, and Artid is just like very stereotypical in his role, I guess, with the handcuffs and the toys and stuff. They thought it was like a stereotypical trope. They had so much bad stuff to say about it, and honestly, I'm wondering if I just have like really basic bitch taste in BL shows, because I really liked Cutie Pie, I like this, and I really like Vice Versa, and all three of them I feel like have been received really badly and really critically when I see other people talking about them. I love them. I don't know. Compared to the shit that I was trying to watch on Netflix a couple of years ago, this stuff is gold, and it's just like, it's funny, it's light-hearted, it's just really nice, you know? I like it a lot. I don't know what they're expecting, but I like it a lot, and that's the important thing. So we are going to get into episode 5, the penultimate episode. I do not want this to end. I love it so much. Even Sunday is my favourite day of the week. He does such a good job at like the stern face, but also like the cool guy. Like, I don't know, he's really good at that. I feel like he's really well suited for the role that he's playing. My boy Nemo just wants someone to be nice to him. That subtitle still doesn't make sense, but they paired it so closely with what Sun said. That wasn't like that in that episode. There was more of a gap, so I'm wondering if what that's meant to say is like, it's not what you think, or what if it's not what you think? So maybe he's implying he's not friends with Artid, and that doesn't make sense. But that's the only thing I can think of what that subtitle would mean. And he's definitely seeming to help Sun now. So many likable characters in this show. I would watch 30 episodes of this show just to get to know all of the supporting cast better. I'm also still waiting for them to upload this song, because I really want to listen to it on repeat. I'm already getting that feeling of like, I feel it's coming to an end and I don't want it to end. I want to watch like 20 or 30 more episodes of this. You can just give me like an ongoing soap with these characters and I would watch it. They could have done so many pairings with this too. If they had had like a proper 12 episode show for this, they could have definitely run with like Artid and Sun, Shing and Mancorn, Mek and Tai, Nemo and Nai, I guess. I would still say Talay, but Nai could work. At this point, I just want to know what's going on with Tai. Like, he was such a simplistic character when he first turned up. He was just there to do the job and a new member of staff. He did not look like he had anything going on. He just seemed like company for Mek in Sun's absence. And now there's obviously something going on with him. We don't know what the fuck it is. We've still got to do the boxing stuff too. And work out all the debt stuff. Or maybe they're not going to work that out. Maybe that'll be, like, unresolved and it's just about these two learning not to try and kill each other. So, I mean, I feel like there's so much here that they could have definitely done more episodes and dragged it out a bit more. We haven't seen this moment either, where they, like, sleep in the same bed. I don't know what it is. This moment in the intro always makes me just feel like really smushy. I don't know. I like it. Makes me feel all happy and fluffy. This, I think, is where Sun was gonna jump into the river and Mek was like, go for it. He found him pretty quickly, I'm guessing. He's wearing the same clothes, right?
หนีมาอยู่นี่เองไงหายไปไหนมาหลายวันครับ
Oh, it's been days. Okay. Damn.
เป็นไรทวงเงินไม่ได้เลยไม่กล้ากลับไปหาเฒ่าแก่เหรอกูไม่ได้หูฝาดไปใช่ปะอย่างมึงนี่นะทวงไม่ได้
What is his problem?
ไม่ใช่หรอกมั้งไหนมึงบอกว่ามึงจะเป็นนักทวงหนี้อันดับหนึ่งไง
I get the feeling that is not what's going on.
ถุงอะไรวะเฮ้ยมึงเอาขึ้นมานะเว้ยทำไมเดี๋ยวนี้มีความลับกับกูเหรอเงินเชี่ยเงินเยอะแยะเลยเงินใครวะของลูกหนี้อ่ะลูกหนี้ลูกหนี้ไหนลูกหนี้มึงกูก็ทวงให้หมดแล้วป่ะถ้าจะเหลือ
Sun's dad?
ก็น่าจะเหลือแค่พ่อมังกร
Oh. Oh.
ทำนี้ทำไมวะถ้ามึงมีโอกาสได้ตัดสินชีวิตคนอ่ะมึงจะเลือกจากความรู้สึกหรือว่าหน้าที่วะกูแค่กำลังคิดอะว่าความผูกพันมันเกิดจากอะไรวะช่วงเวลาดีๆมันสั้นไปไหมวะมึงหมายถึงเอาไปดิไม่เอาใช่ปะเอ้ยเอา
That thing that Tai said was in the preview and I said it made no fucking sense, but actually it makes a lot more sense now that we have the context. Would also explain why he was staring at them at the end. Right? If he gives Mancorn's father's money to Ashing's dad, Mancorn wouldn't have to be there anymore, right? And they wouldn't be having these moments together. So Ty says it's like his duty to give the money over, but from his feeling, he doesn't want to. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, see, he can see them bonding together, right? Although he looks like so invested and upset about it, like, I don't know.
มึงเชื่อกูนะเว้ยความผูกพันอะมันไม่ได้ถูกสร้างขึ้นจากระยะเวลาอย่างเดียวหรอกมันถูกสร้างขึ้นจากความรู้สึกดีๆด้วย
So that's the general idea, is he wants to give them more time together because he can see that they're bonding. But his duty is to give the money over, which would mean Mancorn would no longer have to be there with the Shing. I think that's the general idea. Why he's getting, like, so invested in their relationship and stuff when he barely knows them is really interesting. I thought it was something, like, so much more than that. But that's quite sweet of him to, like, pick up on that and notice that. So is this before or after Nai gives him food and has a conversation with him? It's got to be after, right? Like, Sun had that meal with Nai. Yeah, okay. Well, Artid was out getting Nemo. He really went back to the place that he got handcuffed in? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if he chose to go there. Artid has still got the bite mark on his neck. Looks cute. Yeah, so this was while Artid was getting Nemo. There's no way. Everyone just stabs him in the back. There's no way. Sun trusted him. Didn't I say it was weird that so many of Artid's friends were like helping Sun and lying to Artid, but actually like every single one is like, yeah, I'll help you, and then end up like tricking Sun in some way. Wait, did he drug him? Yikes, that is morally questionable. I don't know if I like that. I thought he was just going to be in a food coma and... He really got drugged? I did say it would be really dumb of him to get handcuffed twice, but he's managed it. If he's gonna make him work off the debt, he's gonna be there for a long time. Cute. For someone who looks like he can't stand to be around Sun, handcuffing him to him is an interesting choice. He does look better actually, that suits him a lot. He's gonna be there for the rest of his life. That's £250,000. My god. Still handcuffed together, that's great. He's sulking.
ไปทำงานตรงอื่นเลยก็ได้นะโอเคครับตรงนี้เดี๋ยวฉันจัดการเอง
Episode 5 out of 6 and they still can't stand each other.
ดู ฉันบอกให้ดูไง วิธีการเลือกมะพร้าว เลือกลูกที่ไม่มีตำหนิกับรอยแตก ชาวบ้านเขาต้องเอาไปส่งโรงแรม เข้าใจไหม ฉันต้องทำด้วยเหรอ ฉันบอกให้นายกลับตั้งแต่ตอนแรกแล้วนะ แต่นายดื้อเอง กลับไปซะ กลับกรุงเทพไปซะ พรุ่งนี้รีบกลับกรุงเทพไปซะ
That's kind of unfair though, because all of those times he knew that Sun was in the dark, and then he deliberately set it up so that Sun could find out, and as soon as he found out, he made it so he couldn't. So Sun wasn't actually given an opportunity to leave when he actually knew what was going on. That's a little unfair. Well, at least you're not handcuffed together anymore. Just get in a boat and go, man. Get out of there. Honestly though, considering like that's work, you could be doing a lot worse. He could have him like scrubbing toilets. You know, he could be doing manual labor. He's getting to sit on a beach and just tap coconuts. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Hey, you damn. You damn. ไปเอาน้ำให้หน่อยดิงานก็เสร็จแล้วเนี่ยไปหาน้ำให้กินหน่อยดิไม่ได้กินน้ำเลยสักแอะ
He's such a child.
ขอพักก่อนดิโอ้ไม่มีแรงเดินแล้วเนี่ยไปลุก
He should be such an unlikable character, but he's not. I don't know what it is. He's just really sweet.
ไม่คิดจะหนีอีกเหรอยังไงนายก็หนีฉันไม่พ้นหรอกปล่อยฉันเถอะเดี๋ยวฉันหาตังค์มาคืนให้นะช่วยฉันจะเชื่อนายเหรอเชื่อเถอะยังไงพ่อฉันก็ต้องมาช่วยฉันน่ะ
I don't believe that. He wouldn't even talk to you on the phone.
ลุกเมื่อก่อนเห็นเก่งจังเลยทำไมตอนนี้หงอยเป็นลูกหมาน่าจะด่าอะไรฉันก็ได้นะแต่ปล่อยฉันไปเถอะ
You were desperate to get rid of him when he first arrived, and now you're like not letting him go. It's crazy.
แล้วถ้าไม่มาล่ะก็อยู่ไปจนกว่าจะทำงานใช้หนี้ครบเลยบ้าหรือเปล่าแล้วฉันไม่ต้องใช้ชีวิตอยู่ในนี้ตั้งชีวิตเลยไง
That's what I said. That was such a lot of money. Crazy amount of money.
ขึ้นมาเร็ว
Are you sure you should be driving while handcuffed? Cute, cute. You should absolutely be driving while handcuffed because that's so cute. Cute, 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 cute. I love them.
หายไปสักนานนะดีนะที่ได้เงินกลับมา
So Ty is doing the duty side of things. He's handing in the money. Because Mick said it's not just time. They have like good feelings together, you know?
ฟังก่อนหรือไปเก็บข้าวของหรือกลับบ้านได้ละหัวได้เงินครบแล้ว
He don't want to.
แต่
อะไร
Ashing doesn't want him to.
ก็มาใช้หนี่ให้เปียครบแล้วไง อยู่ไปทำไมอ่ะเปลือง
พ่อแกครับ ผมขอสมัครงานที่นี่ได้ไหมครับ
Does he actually want to do that, or does he just want an excuse to spend more time with Ashing?
ไม่รับไว้เต็มแล้ว
ไม่ครับ ผมอยากเป็นนักมวยครับ
Oh.
ลือก็รู้นี่ว่า นี่ไม่ใช่ค่ายมวยนะว่าไม่รับ
เตี่ย
ทำไมลือก็รู้นี่ว่าว่าทำทุกวันเนี่ยเปิดค่ายมวยเนี่ยเพราะอะไรเพราะต้องการจะบังหน้าเฉยๆบังหน้าฉาก
เตี่ยครับ ผมอยากชกมวย ผมอยากมีผู้ชก
ผู้ชกเหรอนี่ไงก็บอกรู้กี่ครั้งแล้วว่ากี่รอบแล้วลือก็น่าจะรู้นะโอ้นี่เวทีลือต้องการอู้ก็สร้างให้ลือแล้วลือจะไปเตะไปต่อยจะอะไรก็เรื่องของลือแต่จำไว้นะจำไว้อีกทีว่าที่นี่ไม่มีการแข่ง
Oh,
ขั
I
น
feel so bad for
ไม่เข้า
him.
ใจอะเตี่ย
Surely, if it's a front for your business, having them box would just like improve the act, right?
ถ้าเกิดท่านตำรวจมันรู้อ่ะมันมา ชิบหายไม่หมดสิ
ก็ใช่ไงเตี่ยนี่นอกระบบมันผิดกฎหมาย แต่ค่ายมวยอ่ะมันถูกกฎหมายไงเตี่ย
Yeah.
เฮ้ยผมปากเลยเป็นสมบูรณ์
เตี่ยไม่เห็นเก็บตัวว่ะ
Oh, no subtitles. I
เตี่ย
don't
ไม่
know
ได้
what he
เข้าใจ
said.
ผมเลยอ่ะ ผมอยากแข่งมวยผมอยากชกมวยผมอยากมีเพื่อนที่เข้าใจผม แต่เตี่ยไม่เคยเข้าใจผมเลยเรื่องว่าเตี่ยก็เงินอะไรก็เงิน
I like Ty a lot, man. I really didn't think I'd like him. I like him a lot.
ผมไม่เกลียดเตี่ยวอ่ะ
Well, he did just hit him just for wanting to carry on with what he's doing, so
เอาก่อน
I'm not saying you should like straight up tell your parents
ข้าวของเขาเรื่อง
you hate them or anything, but
เตี้ย
the dad started it. I'm just saying the dad started it. Damn, I really thought we were gonna get non-controlling parents, like no controlling parents in this show, because he just didn't like it, as Shing said, right? Like my dad doesn't care. He's just obsessed with his job. So I didn't think he would be like, no, Mankorn has to go home, pack up your things now. Rah, rah, rah. That sucks. That's sad though. I got sad when he hit Shing. Shing looked really sad. That's so cute. So cute! Oh my god. I love them.
ง่วงก็ง่วงทำงานมาทั้งวันยังไม่ได้พักเลย
He really is like a puppy.
แค่นี้เหนื่อยแล้วเหรอ เหนื่อยดิ ถามมาได้ แล้วนายคิดว่าฉันไม่เหนื่อยหรือไง อย่างนายเนี่ยจะเหนื่อย มีเงินเป็น40 ล้านให้คนอื่นยืม ไม่ต้องทำงานทั้งชีวิต
He has got a lot of responsibility for his age, right? Taking over all the stuff from his dad.
บางคนหาเงินมาอย่างยากลำบาก แค่อยากให้ครอบครัวสุขสบาย แต่สุดท้ายก็ต้องมาตายเพราะคำโกหกของเพื่อนรัก และสุดท้ายก็ไม่เหลืออะไรเลย
What?
แม้กระทั่งชีวิต
The fuck is he talking about? That got really dark.
นายพูดอะไร
Yeah, what the
Mekotay.
fuck was that about? That was so grim.
เดี๋ยววันหนึ่งนายจะเข้าใจ
Are you talking about his own dad, maybe? That's the only person we know that's died, right? weird. He's definitely got some stuff going on. I feel like he could have a very
รอดู
complex
ค่าที่ตกดินเลยไง
backstory if they had the episodes to expand into that, but obviously they don't. I love his hair. I love his face. I love them both, honestly. Oh. Aww. Bonding moment. That's sweet. Wait, what was that transition? What? Did he just fucking bolt and run away? Oh my god. You're so dumb.
ไอเด็กยักษ์เฮ้ยทำไรอ่ะ
Cute.
พอดีฉันปวดท้องอ่ะต้องมาทำอะไรตรงนี้ ก็มาหาที่ปลดทุกข์อ่ะ ไม่รู้ว่าตรงนั้นจะทำตรงไหนได้บ้างก็เลยหาตรงนี้อ่ะจะบ้าเหรอ
Very good question, honestly. That's a pretty good question that we could ask multiple times throughout the show.
ไม่ใช่กรุงเทพแล้วเหรอ กลับไปเข้าที่บ้าน
I really like that it's completely flipped from Sun refusing to go and Artid telling him to go to like Sun being like, please let me go, and Artid's like, no. I love that it's completely flipped like that.
ตั้งแต่กลางวันนู่น พอใจยัง
Is Sun actually gonna start behaving at some point? And go together again? What? Is that on purpose?
แต่นี่บ้านฉันนะ บ้านฉันนะหากล่ะ
I thought it was your first house.
ก็ใช่ แต่ฉันหมายถึง พื้นที่ส่วนตัว เวลาส่วนตัว รู้จักปะแต่นายเป็นลูกหนี้ฉันนะชอบคำนี้ไม่ใช่เหรอ มันจะมากเกินไป
He's
แล้วนะ
definitely getting his own back for like the first 3 days that Sun was there.
ไม่ใช่ฉัน จะเข้าดีๆ แต่จะให้อุ้ม
He'll do it. You know he'll do it.
เถื่อนมาก เถื่อนที่สุด ไปไหน รอด้วยดิ ไปนอนกัน
Cute.
เร็ว โอ้ยเจ็บ
Artid is getting really fucking cute, not gonna lie.
Come on.
It's weird to see him in a new location. I thought this was Nemo and JJ's place for a minute. Oh, he don't want to go.
กูกลับก่อนนะ
Oh, that's so sweet.
มันก็ดึกแล้วอ่ะ ไม่กลับพรุ่งนี้
กลับก่อนอะดีละเดี๋ยวพ่อมึงมาเห็นนะก็โมโหกูอีกแล้วเรื่องแข่งอะ
Parents, man, just get rid of them. Just get rid of all of them. Once people hit like 40, just get them out of the show. They just get in the way.
กูว่ามึงเชื่อพ่อมึงอะกูไม่อยากเป็นตัวปัญหา
Oh, it's actually kind of sad, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
งั้นมากู
Stay together. Do it.
มึงจะทำอะไรวะจะทำแบบนี้ทำไมวะมึงต้องแข่งกูตอนนี้มึงบอกกูเองไม่ใช่เหรอถ้ามึงชนะกูมึงจะขออะไรกูก็ได้แต่ก่อนอื่นมึงต้องแข่งกับกูก่อนแต่มึงอย่าทำแบบนี้เลยแต่ถ้ากูชนะกูจะขออะไรมึงต้องให้กูเหมือนกันนะ
It's difficult to know how much time has passed since they first met, right? Because they're definitely a lot closer.
ไม่กูไม่สู้
But like, how much... Damn. How much practice can Manquan have had?
มึงสู้ดิวะ
You really just clocked him in the face like that. God damn. He don't want to fight you.
ทำไมวะมึงสู้กูดิกูจะใช้แฟร์ๆไม่ใช่แบบนี้มึงทำเพื่ออะไรวะก็เพื่อตัวมึงไงถ้ามึงสู้กูก็จะสู้อะไรกับมึงกูไม่อยากให้มึงทะเลาะกับพ่อมึงไงก็เดี๋ยวกูไปคุยกับพ่อกูเองมึงบอกกูคำเดียวว่ามึงอยากแข่งกับกูไหม
It's always like riding the line between like, do they want to fight each other or fuck each other, right? Like they're just up in the bedroom, they look like they were gonna kiss, and now they're like shoving each other around. Crazy. Their dynamic is all over the place. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't think he meant to say that.
กูกลัวไม่มีคู่ซ้อมอะแค่นั้นเหรอ
The dynamic is completely flipped again. It's bonkers. Absolutely
กู
bonkers.
ชนะมึงอะมึงก็อย่าลืมทำตามที่กูบอกนะโอเคป่ะมึงก็เหมือนกันนะ
Is it really possible to beat him if he's the one that taught you? Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, there's no way that's the end already. It goes so fucking fast every time.
เฮ้ยนิโม่ช่วยด้วยดิทะเลช่วยด้วยดิเฮ้ยไม่ใช่เรื่องกูทะเลโอ๊ยสิ่งที่นายต้องทำวันนี้ก็คือเก็บลูกมะพร้าวกันเฮ้ยไอ้ลิงบ้าอ้าวเฮ้ยทำไมทำกับลูกฉันอย่างนี้ฮะฉันจะไปแจ้งความ
Oh, the dad does actually turn up.
พอดีผมกับพี่นายอ่ะจะกลับกรุงเทพแล้วก็เลยมาบอกพี่ก่อนกูสองคนรู้เรื่องมึงหมดแล้ว
Wow, okay, so much. Oh my god. So exciting. Alright, we're gonna watch the behind the scenes first, and then we're gonna talk because, Lord have mercy, do I have some thoughts about this episode. God, yeah, I forgot about that. Jeez. Nye is meant to be a lawyer, right? And he's like drugging people. Unless I completely misunderstood that, but that's certainly how it comes across. God, he looks so cool. And he looks so cute. That scene was fucking adorable. Nemo, I love you. Ty, I love you. Mech, I love you. There's so many lovable characters. Friendship triangle. Kind of, well, I guess it's a friendship square now, right? With a Xing as well. Although Ty and Sun didn't really get on too well. He's really sweet. I like them so much. I say it every week. I'm so glad to be watching them in something. I think they might be my favourite pairing that I've watched in anything so far. And apparently this isn't even a good thing that they're in, according to other people. So imagine, like, watching other things, how I'll like them in that. I just think they're really cool together. I have some thoughts, right? So let's just have a quick overview of the fucking episode. We had Nye and Sun getting Sun a meal, and then it comes across very strongly like Nye secretly drugged him, and Sun falls asleep, and Nye carries him back up to the room to stop him from escaping. It makes sense that, not the drug part, it makes sense that Nye is obviously helping Artid, not Sun, and lying / tricking Sun the same way Talay did, right? They're very tricky like that. And they pretend to be Sun's friend in order to like get him exactly where Artid wants him to be, basically. So it kind of makes sense. At the end of the last episode, Artid was like, but Talay, make sure that you keep an eye on Sun, and Talay immediately says to Nye, you take care of him, I'm gonna go check on Nemo. So Nye was meant to like keep Sun in check, I guess, and that he did exactly that, so that kind of makes sense. The drugging part, very morally questionable, considering he's a lawyer as well. And I was thinking about this earlier today, right? I was thinking, for someone who owns his own island and can lend out 10 million baht to someone, he's obviously got a lot of power and influence, Artid does, especially on his own island. They could have, if this wasn't such a happy, silly, fun show, they could have gone down a darker route with it, right? Like, a character like Artid, they could have gone down a really dark route with it and had him be like proper Kin Porsche style power, like mafia kind of feel, and Talay and Nye are like henchmen that will break the law and do stuff really bad, and things like that. And they've kind of really ridden the line of that in like a happy, fluffy way. So you've got Nye drugging Sun, obviously not okay. You've got Sun being handcuffed and held hostage. It's done in a really funny, humorous way and in a really light-hearted way. But obviously these things aren't really okay, and they're definitely not legal. And it kind of is that Artid is invincible and he has his henchmen around him kind of thing doing his bidding, and he can kind of get away with doing stuff like that. Obviously they do keep it really lighthearted, but they definitely could have gone down a darker route with it. And I was thinking about that earlier today, that like they've chosen to keep this really humorous and lighthearted and wholesome, when actually the stuff that they're discussing and the plot that they've gone with, it could have definitely gone a lot more serious. They could have done a much more serious version of this show. And I'm not saying they should have done, I'm just saying that that's quite interesting. So it was a shock to see Sun get like knocked out like that. because you just don't expect it from a show this light-hearted and wholesome. But at the same time, as I said, with the handcuffs and stuff like that, and holding son hostage and forced labor, and well, there, those kind of themes are there. It's just that this show is so happy that you don't really notice the seriousness of it. So yeah, very questionable, definitely illegal. Ty was fucking adorable in this scene right here. So the preview, I was really confused what the fuck he was talking about, and again, I thought it would be a case of like the subtitles just don't make sense, and sometimes that is the case. But actually what he said does make sense once you get the context. So he was noticing all of these moments where Xing and Mankorn were bonding, and he knew that if he got the money from Mankorn's father and handed it in, that Mankorn would be sent home and they wouldn't have those moments anymore and they wouldn't get that time together. And he was saying, like, is it like good feelings or is it just a buildup of time? Like maybe they need more time together. And so he was really fighting between his sense of duty and his sense of like what he thought was the right thing to do. And Mech gave him a little chat, a little pep talk. It was really sweet, and told him to trust that Mankorn and Ashing have those good feelings for each other, and they will probably want to spend time with each other even when they don't need to anymore. So Ty hands in the money, and that was all really good. And then the dad chose today of all days to be an asshole. And it doesn't make sense, his logic, right? Like he's saying there's no real boxing camp because it's just a front, because boxing camps are legal and what I'm doing with my real job is not legal. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, hold a boxing competition. That will really sell the act that you're like, you've got something, a legitimate business going on. No, he doesn't want to do that. He just wants to keep it destitute. And I don't get why he says like, oh, if the police come down here or whatever. But if it's a legal thing, why would they? I don't know. Very illogical. And then he hit a Xing, and that made me really sad. Because as soon as he's like, Mankorn, you can go home, Xing and Mankorn just both look completely devastated and really disappointed. So yeah, all of that, I don't know. It would be interesting to know how much time has passed. I feel like, and again, I don't know if this is what people were saying about how it was written, how the show is written, or maybe it's just that there's not enough episodes and a lot of it is rushed. But I feel like a lot of their bonding has happened off the screen, right? Because literally an episode or two ago, they were at each other's throats. They were just starting to bond over this boxing thing, and you were starting to see a couple of sweet moments. And then with any other BL, you would get several episodes of that, of seeing that gradual closeness where they realize they like spending time together. And I feel like a lot of that has happened off screen in between last episode and this episode, right? Because they've come into this episode and they're like holding hands. That's a huge jump. Like bonkers, absolutely bonkers. You see like Mankorn go up to his room as if he's been there quite a lot. Xing tells him to spend the night because it's late, and then they hold hands, and it's like, I feel like that's quite a sharp jump of closeness. Where we're used to seeing a bit more of the bonding that happens in between. It feels like maybe a couple of months have passed or something, or even a couple of weeks, and they've bonded off screen. But if that's the case, then how long has Sun been on Arted Island? Like, how long has he been hostage for? So they're not very clear about the time passing. Especially when you're jumping between two completely different locations like this, and then when you see these big jumps in how close people are, there's some time passing, but you don't know how much. It's very difficult. So that, although the scene where they're like in Xing's bedroom, somewhere here-ish, that was really sweet, but it did feel like it came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting them to be that close yet. And again, I feel like maybe this is just there's just not enough episodes. I don't know why they've chosen 6. They've definitely got enough characters and enough content to have a 12 episode thing. I don't know if it's a budget thing or a timing thing. I don't know. But it does come across a little bit rushed, and I definitely would have loved it to be longer. There is still next episode, by the way. I know I'm talking like it's over, but just this episode in general made me really feel like everything that happened in this episode could have definitely been stretched out to 2 episodes. I don't know, and I feel like these two could have definitely gotten together if there were more episodes. They've got a really sweet dynamic together. Well, that's the other thing. Their dynamic. Xing and Manquan have got the craziest dynamic. Like, they go from, I keep saying, like, oh, they're either gonna fight or fuck, and they literally switch between the two so quickly. It's crazy. So yeah, the boxing scene at the end, like, they go from holding hands and looking like they want to kiss each other to Xing being like, right, that's it, we're gonna box right now. If you're gonna leave, we're gonna do this right now. I want to make sure that we do this. And then they're like arguing and about whether or not they should, and then they start fighting, and then they hug, and then they start fighting again, and then Xing's like, I'm scared of being without you. It's all over the place between them, like, being aggressive and liking each other. It's sweet. I just, again, I think, if they'd drawn it out a bit more, it would be really, really sweet. They could have done so much with this if they had a bit more time. Honestly, right now, I don't think it's bad story writing like a lot of people are saying. I don't think the characters are stereotypical or bad or anything. I disagree with a lot of what I've read about Even Sun, but I do think it's being let down by the amount of episodes it has. I really think this could have been incredible with more episodes, because there's a lot of characters and there's a lot of storylines, and like, even when Artid was on the beach at sunset, his weird thing there's something going on there. They could really delve into that more. And I feel like even if next episode they explain what he means, and he has a confession of some kind about what he's talking about and why he's so serious all the time and things like that, and what's really driving that kind of emotion, why he feels the need to go up to the top of the island every day and watch the sunset, and he's, tired all the time. Even if they go and explain that a bit next episode, it will feel a bit like they introduced it here and then they explained it away in the next episode. I feel like they could really develop that as a backstory, and develop his character more if they had more time. I just feel like we're running out of time. I don't know. Still not seen too much about Nemo, and yeah, I don't know, unless like the next episode's gonna be longer, I don't see how they're gonna wrap everything up neatly. Right, like they introduced Nemo and JJ and as a toxic relationship. I'm guessing they've completely broken up now, although they didn't really confirm, because they had an argument on the little island that was very similar to the argument they had in the city, and JJ came from the city to come and patch things up. So that argument was not the end of things. So the very similar argument on the island would indicate that's not the end of things either. I don't know if they've actually broken up. I'm guessing they have. But, are we going to get an answer to whether or not the Nemo actually has something going on with Nye? And if JJ was right to be worried, are they going to get together, or does Nemo have unrequited feelings? Or are they just going to not tie that up properly and leave it unfinished? Because I feel like they need to cover that too, right? There's a lot they need to cover. They need to cover that. They need, like, all of the Nemo stuff with JJ and Nye. They need to cover the debt and how that's going to get sorted. You see in the preview, Sun's dad turns up. which surprises me because he didn't even want to answer the fucking phone call. Um, I'm hoping at some point that Artid and Sun actually get along properly. I don't know. And then you've got the Ishing and Mancorn thing. There's a lot of loose ends to tie up and not much time to do it. I don't know. I feel like we're at the point where it's just getting started and it finishes next episode. Really peculiar that they've it really feels kind of rushed. I don't know. But yeah, I like Mech and Tai. They're nice. I like Nemo. Nai is questionable. I don't know how. He's still, you know, a likable character and funny, but the drugging thing, if I'm right about that and that's what happened, then that's very questionable, honestly. Sun managed to get handcuffed like 3 different times this episode. It was very sweet though. Like I said, I didn't expect them to turn the tables and have it be like Sun's like, please let me go home, and Artid's like, no. Especially because for the first couple of episodes, Artid was looking like he wanted to murder Sun every time they met. Like he was so done with Sun's shit. He didn't want him to be there. He was getting so annoyed and frustrated. I just want to watch this again. I don't know why. It's just that they're so weird. They're holding hands like they've been together for months and they've like got an established relationship. And they've definitely had to have realised their feelings, right? The way that they're looking at each other. They like Ashing knows he's feeling something for Mancorn and vice versa. It just kind of feels like it came out of nowhere. Like this is such an emotional scene where they feel really connected with each other and scared to lose each other. And like they're gonna cry and they want to kiss each other. Like that's the kind of vibe that I get. And that's so different from the last couple of episodes. Last episode there were some bonding moments with the water bottle and accidentally kicking him in the stomach and stuff. All of that, but I don't know how much time has passed between, like, how long they've been practicing together for. Who do you think is going to win, and what do you think they're going to ask for? I feel like it's going to be a Shing that wins for 2 reasons. One is that he is the more experienced competitor, and he's been teaching Mancorn, right? So Mancorn is going to struggle to beat someone who he's been learning from, because you're not going to exceed that person in skill. I also think it's going to be a Shing because if Mancorn won, what would he ask for? But if a Shing won, I can imagine that he would ask for Mancorn to stay. You know, like he has a reason to win. That's quite possibly my second favourite moment after the motorbike scene. That was really sweet. Again, came out of nowhere, but like in a really sweet way. That was really romantic. Like, yeah, I'm scared of my dad, but I'm scared to be without you more. Really, really sweet. And then you see him be like, fuck, I didn't mean to say that out loud. That came out like way too honest. I think that's really sweet. I do like them together. I hope they get a happy ending next episode for sure. I don't know. That's all I've got. I just feel like this could have done with 12 episodes for sure, and it's good enough to have 12 episodes. I feel like I would eat that shit up, you know? I would love that. And you could really drag out the bonding scenes more between Artid and Sun, Shing and Mancorn. Meg and Tai could get some more screen time together and bond. I feel like they could easily be a third pairing, even if you don't do anything with Nemo. Meg and Tai, they fit together really easily as well. They could have definitely done something there, and I don't think they're going to. See, Artid and Sun are different in the way they've progressed to these two, right? Like, we're 5 out of 6 episodes in, and Arted and Sun are still bickering, they're still disagreeing, they're still teasing and winding each other up. They are getting closer, like, you can definitely tell that they're getting closer. But they're still kind of at odds with each other. So I'm hoping next episode it doesn't come across too rushed for them. But at the same time, it would be nice to see some fucking progress. Like, my god. Whereas with these two, it does feel like they were at odds, and now they're like really quite close. But they're still trying to figure things out and how they feel. And that did feel a little bit out of nowhere this episode. I don't know. But the reason why I feel like Mech and Tai couldn't be a thing at this point is because they do get on really well together, and they always have in a when they're like working together and stuff. But they've not progressed in any way to become personally close. Like, they're really good friends and they support each other and stuff, but we've not seen many of the cute moments that we've seen with Xing and Mankorn, other than like outside of Sun's dad's house. There was a cute moment then. They've not really had many cute moments, so if they did anything with that now, it would feel really unrealistic. So it's definitely like Arted and Sun, and these two are the only two pairings. But if they'd done 12 episodes, I feel like you would have had the potential for Mech and Tai as well, but you could have really slowed down these two, their bonding process, and seen more of that build up towards like maybe them holding hands for the first time. Because that scene in the bedroom, I feel like that's not the first time Mankorn has been up there. I feel like it's not the first time they've held hands. Like, they're not surprised by it, right? So I feel like we've missed out on some of their bonding off screen and some time has passed. But you could have explored that more, I feel like, with more episodes. And then, yeah, with Arted and Sun, they're still quite at odds at the moment. So I'm hoping next episode it doesn't feel quite rushed for them. Or if it's not rushed, it might come across feeling unfinished. And they don't finish up as closely as I would like them to be. So again, with 12 episodes, you could have really explored that more, explored Artid's background more, explored what happened with his dad more. You could have gotten more out of the Nemo storyline. So unless they double up and make the next episode an hour long, I don't see that I'm going to get a satisfying finish for everyone at a pace that suits them. I feel like some things might be a bit rushed, some things might not tie up quite as nicely as I would like them to. I could be completely wrong and it will really surprise me next week. But yeah, I'm just basically advocating for the fact it should have had more episodes. I don't know if there was a funding issue or a contract or timing issue, or if maybe they just didn't think that the story was in depth enough to warrant having that many episodes. But I definitely feel like it is. You've got enough characters, enough side plots, enough locations. You know, I feel like they could have done more episodes. So I'm kind of sad that they haven't. Saying that, I definitely don't agree with most of the criticism I've seen about this. I really enjoy it. Maybe I've just got basic bitch taste. I don't know. I feel like everything that I'm enjoying, I then go onto like the subreddits and stuff, and people are like hating on them. Especially recently on the subreddits for Even Sun and vice versa. People have not been taking to it well. And that's fair, that's their choice, but I'm really enjoying them. I like them a lot. I would happily watch, never mind 12, I would watch 20 or 30 episodes of this. And it's really sweet. I don't know what I'm gonna do when this finishes. Am I just gonna have to start until we meet again? But I'm nervous about that one, fam. I'm really nervous. Well, the questions that I have will not be answered tonight. They will have to wait until next Even Sunday. It will be last Even Sunday next week. It will be the last episode. I am so sad. I've been really enjoying it. I really have. I don't know. I don't know what my Wednesdays are going to be like after this. I woke up in such a good mood today because I knew that this was going to be on today. But then hopefully we'll get some of the answers to some of the things I'm wondering. So it was definitely very cute, very funny, as usual. I'm not surprised at this point. It's just a really wholesome, lovely show. So that is it. And that is all we have until next week. Okay, bye.